So there's something that I've noticed with successful people, whether that's billionaires, millionaires, or even just successful in their daily lives or in their study that they do. And that is that they all have one thing in common, and that is self-discipline. Something that most teenagers and most young people don't really have yet, but if you do, you're gonna be a step ahead of everybody. So lucky for you, today I have 7 tips that will help you gain better self-discipline. Let's get straight into it. So before we start, I need to tell you that these 7 tips don't just come from online or anywhere. They actually come from my personal experience and what I've been doing. About a year ago, I was in a place that I really didn't want to be at, and I used these 7 tips to really just gain self-motivation, self-confidence, to just get myself where I want to be and start doing the things that I want to do with my life. So it just all runs down to that, and it all runs down to yourself. So let's get straight into tip number 1, which is to make a routine. And it's something that is the very, very first thing that I started out doing, and it helped me probably for the large majority of things that I did. And it just helps you get your life together and be more productive as you have a set time to do something. If you are going to have to go to soccer practice, or you have to get your homework done, you can just set it on the routine and you don't really have to worry about it because you have that set time to do it. You can put that time aside and just do it. Instead of having to worry about it, you're going to procrastinate and end up not doing productive things that you want to be doing. So for this second tip, I have to say that it is something that's very, very close to my heart, because I started using it just like making a routine. I used it at the very, very beginning of me trying to gain discipline. And that is the 5-second rule. It's something that I live by every morning when I wake up to every night that I go to sleep. And it's just, if you need to get something done, you have to just start doing it within 5 seconds. If you have to get out of bed, you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out loud, in your head, it doesn't matter. And if you're not up, or if you're not doing that thing within 5 seconds, I believe that you're gonna have a much, much lower chance of doing it, and you're gonna have a much, much higher chance of procrastinating about it and just not thinking about it in general. Alright, so tip number 3, I have to tell you, is more for the people just trying to get there. More successful people understand this principle, whereas more people trying to gain self-discipline and trying to gain self-motivation don't understand that much. And that is that you have to have a strong reason to do something. Most people just trying to gain self-discipline will just make a routine, but they don't have a strong reason to do that kind of stuff. If you say you're gonna pass this time, an hour, to do all your homework, get all your homework done, then you're not that motivated to do it. You need a strong reason why to do your homework. And that strong reason why can be anywhere from, I'll feel better tomorrow when I turn it in than if I didn't do it and I get a bad grade in the class. Or if it's just, it would make me feel better. It'd make me feel better to get it done, and I don't have to worry about tomorrow. If you're thinking about doing it tomorrow in school, if you're thinking about doing it tomorrow morning, you just don't have to get it done. So that's tip number 4, is just that you have to go one step at a time. I know at this age, when you're a teenager or you're in your 20s or whatever age you are, it doesn't matter. You're just going to be bombarded with things. Life isn't simple anymore, and you're going to have a lot of things to do, and you're going to have a lot of things to get done within a short period of time. So you're going to be bombarded with a lot of things, but you just have to focus on what you're doing right now. If you're going to, say, be making a video just like me, you're just going to have to be focused on making a video. You can't be focused on what's happening tomorrow. You can't be focusing on the homework that you have tonight. You can't be focused on any of that. You just have to be focused on the one thing that you're doing at that moment. And that will make you a lot more successful at what you do, no matter what. All right, so tip number 5 is what brings 95% of people out of self-motivation, out of self-discipline, and just brings them to being unmotivated and just going to the regular lifestyle where they had nothing and they weren't happy and they were trying to get there but they didn't know how to, and now they're back there. And it is just, you have to plan for the temptation to do things. If you're gonna be on a more strict diet, and that is discipline, then you have to stay on that diet, and you're gonna have the temptation of going to McDonald's or going to get a milkshake because your friends are going to get a milkshake. It's that temptation, and you're gonna have to plan for that, because if you don't, you're just gonna give into it. And believe me, when you have your first milkshake, you're not gonna stop from there. It tastes so good after you've had a week of doing your hard work and being on a strict diet. That milkshake is gonna taste so amazing. You're never gonna wanna have anything different than that. So that is one thing that you have to just set your mind to and plan for. And also, if you're going for a dream and you're going for a set goal, you also just have to plan for the people that are really, the haters, and you're gonna have to plan on those people, because they're gonna put a lot of temptation on you. And as a person, you have to just work through them, because you have to be self-motivated. You have to know that you can get there. You have to believe in yourself before they think about it. You can't care about their opinions, because in 5 years their opinions won't matter anymore. One thing that drives me absolutely crazy about teenagers and kids is just the willingness to sleep in. Although I sleep in on my given times and I've done my fair share of it, it's something that drives me crazy, because people don't understand that if you wake up at 6 o'clock, you're up before a majority of people. So you don't have to worry about their annoyance in the world. You can just go through and be doing productive things. If it's homework from last night, or if you're just trying to get ahead on something for that day, you can be getting it done while everybody else is sleeping. And it's just gonna help you so much, and you're gonna feel so much better. What if you get something done in the morning now, in the afternoon you don't have to do it? You cleared up all this time that you can hang out now with your friends. It's gonna help you a lot. It's gonna make you a lot of a happier person, and in the end, it's gonna make you a much more efficient person. Tip number 7 on the list is that habits build better discipline. I mean, it's as simple as that. And more in depth, it's that good habits build better discipline. And if you're gonna go for a good habit for a bad habit, that's something that I definitely recommend. If you're hitting the snooze alarm and you want to wake up earlier, that's a good habit trade-off. And now you're gonna feel much better as a person, and you're gonna just feel much better in general. You're gonna be much more efficient, and that's exactly what I want you guys to be, and that's exactly where you want to be in life. It's that happiness and that efficiency that you want to be, so you can be productive and be following your dreams. So guys, sadly, this is the end of the video, but please like, subscribe, comment anything. I mean, just positive vibes down there, but please, anything that can help the channel, anything. If it's that I'm talking too fast, if it's that I'm too loud, anything like that just helps me build a better channel for you guys, and that's exactly why I'm here, to build a better life for you.